got 2 helpers today. We're going to do glutes. This might end up being a longer video just because of glutes. We go slow for the workout and make sure to really use really good form during the workout so we really use the right muscles. But we're going to start off with a warm up. Shoot, ready? We're going to probably do the same warm up as always. And jumping jacks. Let's go. You're bend 10. And run in place or walk in place. You're not going to work out with us? You want to be bend 10? You got to go find your watch. And arm circles.
That's swim away.
Oh, that's swimming. We're swimming. Backwards. And stretch. And this workout is a good one to really focus on engaging your core. Keep stretching. Because we're doing slower movements, we can focus more on what we're actually doing. Touch your toes, stretch out those hamstrings. And I actually find that my core feels stronger after working my glutes, and I'll kind of show you why during the workout. We're going to go back, jog in place. No one's jogging with me or doing jumping jacks?
I'm doing jumping jacks.
Here is going to drive you nuts. You're going to do somersaults. And arm circles. The other muscle we are going to work is our shoulders. Backwards, sorry. See if I can do this with 2 of them today. We work our shoulders because we're going to be on our hands and knees a little bit. And we'll start to feel our shoulders kind of burn out a little. Touch your toes. Okay, come here.
I got it.
You got it. Okay, we're going to get started. So grab your bands. We're just going to use bands today. With glutes, I usually go a little heavier. I've worked up to the point where I double band for most of these, so put one over the other. But start off with probably your medium to heavy. Sarah, I'd probably start off with medium, Mom, probably heavy. Since we'll just go through one time, normally with glutes, I like to work them quite a bit, so I'll go through twice. But we'll just make sure we can get through, try each move, make sure we're doing it correctly before we go heavier. When you go too heavy, you can't properly do the exercise. So we'll just try to go a little lighter. You can always switch during each move if it's feeling too heavy or too light. Just take a second and switch your bands. So the first one we're going to do is just a glute bridge. And I'm going to go through some form, make sure that we prevent injury and that we're doing the move correctly. Make sure I'm in the shot here. So we're going to lay on our back, feet on the floor. And what you want to focus on is making sure your back stays on the floor. So that means tilting your pelvis under you. And 1 second. That's going to protect your back. It's going to make sure that your core is engaged. And look out, please. So what you're going to do is put your weight in your heels and look out, Logan. You're going to push up and squeeze those glutes. So you want to go up as high as you can. You don't want to arch your back. Keep your back straight, pelvis underneath you, and that's going to make sure it goes into your butt, into your glutes. So you want to give a really good squeeze in those glutes. And when you're going up, you want to exhale and pull that belly button into your spine. And then inhale when you go down. And this makes sure you're not pushing your belly out. That's going to separate your abs. So we want to make sure, ow, honey, everything stays tight and together. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 15 of each move. Sam's Club, and here we go. This workout might seem a little silly, but I encourage you to touch your butt a lot to make sure that you're squeezing in the right place. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes. This is 8, 9, and make sure to, I even pick, honey, please stop hitting me. Pick your toes up off the ground to make sure that, this is 14, 15. Make sure that weight is staying in your heels, and that'll ensure that you're using your glutes instead of your back. Look at this piece of paper. Thank you. So next we are going to do clams, and I'm going to quick take one of these off. I'm just going to use the extra heavy. What we're going to do is we're going to lay on our side, and you're going to bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to dodge things today during the workout. Flex your, please stop that. Don't hit mommy. We're going to flex our feet. Pull that belly button into your spine. And we're going to keep our feet together and open up our knees. And this is a good move. Put your hand on your butt and you'll feel where it's working. This is one of those moves that it's surprising, but it's really working your core if you pull that belly button into your spine. So we're going to do 15 on each side. 1, 2,
10.
back up please.
You can see.
7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to get tough at the end. 11, 12, 13, 14,
And
15. And we're going to switch sides. Just roll over. If ever your band twists or climbs up too high, you want to make sure the bands are not up too high or too low. You want it maybe like sideways hands length above your knee. And keeping your feet flexed during it is going to make sure you won't have any knee pain or anything like that. So 1, 2, 6. This is 10.
Hey, where are you going? Hey, look at, he's working the
15.
door. He's working the door.
I see that. Next one is going to be, we're going to go back to our backs. I'm going to double up again. I'm going to try to switch what muscle we're using so it doesn't get too hard.
He's licking the couch.
No licking the couch. So we're going to go back on our backs, and this is going to be another glute bridge. But this time you're going to put your feet together and turn your toes out. So your knees are going to come apart, and this is going to work the sides of your butt. So we're going to do 15 up and down. Remember to keep that pelvis under you. As you go up, exhale. Inhale as you come down. And use the weight in your heels to push up. And when you get to the top, squeeze those glutes as hard as you can. 5. This is 10. And just make sure that your pelvis is always kind of curling towards your face. This is 15. All right. Next one, I'm going to take, I'll probably just use my heavy, so my blue, because my legs usually burn out pretty good during this move. We're going to do a leg lift.
the weight for
A
it.
leg lift. Are you going to put your band on? Where's your band? So I just got one heavy on. We're going to lay stretched out on our sides. Again, make sure, engage that core and breathe during the workout. So what we're going to do is you're going to slightly point your toe down. That makes sure it's going to stay in the glute. We're going to raise up and to the front, up and to the back. And try not to roll your hips. Try it, which is easier said than done. Use your hand for support on the ground. And if you keep that core nice and engaged, it'll actually help you from rolling. So we're going to, please stop jumping on me. We're going to do 15 on each side. So here we go, up and forward, up and back. And I like to exhale as my leg goes up. Inhale, do a little inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is 4, 5. I'm already like burning. 6. Good job, Dominic. 7. 8. And lean forward just a little bit. That'll also help you from rolling backwards. This is 10. 11. I'm already struggling. 13. Watch your head. Oh, I can barely raise it for the last one. All right. Your headband? I don't know where your headband is. All right. If your glute feels like it's burning after the move, you can see. Give your knees a little hug to your chest. It'll give it a little bit of a stretch. We're going to turn around to the other side. No thanks. That doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
I said no thanks. All right. Do the other side. Ready, Dominic?
No.
No? Turn to the other side. All right, you catch up to us, okay? Here we go. That's 1. This is my bad side too, so I'll probably barely make it. 5.
Yeah.
Haven't done just a glute workout in a while, so you guys might do this one better than me.
So,
9.
what's his hammer?
10. Tumbling. Tumbling. No, humbling. This is 13. I could barely raise my leg. 14. And 15. Whew. Give it a little hug to your chest.
17.
Hold it there for a minute.
8.
And
9.
let's see what we've got next. We've got, we're going to switch back to the other side. We're going to stay laying down on our sides. What we're going to do, this is probably my favorite move. Dominic, I'm going to have you come up here for me because I'm going to kick my leg back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in, look out, hen. Dominic, over by the Hulk hands there. There you go. You're going to go into that clam position, so knees at 90 degrees. And I still have just my heavy on, heavy band. So 90 degrees, feet flexed, upper body nice and straight forward. You're going to lean forward a little bit, raise that knee off the ground. And to keep your band from twisting, I like to just put my hand on that ground leg and just kind of hold the band there in place. So lean forward a little bit, and you're going to pretend, I like to think I'm pushing something back and behind me. I think one example is you're pushing like a dresser or something big, and my band is already twisting. You're pushing something back and away from you. And you're going to give your glute a good squeeze as you're going to extend your leg all the way straight behind you. So we're going to do 15 and then go to the other side.
8, 3, 9, 20.
5.
20, 10, 22, 25, 26.
And instead of, just swinging it back and just using momentum, just really give it a good squeeze as you go back and extend that leg
20.
If you're just pushing something away from you.
7, 20.
10.
29, 20.
And you'll see with each move, takes a couple times
No.
to really figure out what
29,
band to
30.
use. You always want to make sure to challenge yourself and not make it too easy. But also make sure it's not too heavy that you can't finish the move. Like me with those leg lifts. We're going to switch sides. And try to keep your, your leg covered a little bit. Keep your knees separated. And ones like these, really any exercise, always make sure that your core is engaged. Because what can happen when you're not engaging your core is whether you're breathing, exhaling, you don't want your abs to ever push out. And that's where moves like crunches, anything with a crunch pushes your abs out, and that's actually the opposite of what we want. We want our abs in and tight, and our sides in, and crunches actually push everything out. I think that was 15. I felt like I was nearing 15. So next one we have it's called a running glute raise. I'll show you what the running part is when I'm running. I'm going to stick with my heavy. So I don't know why I took it off. We're going to go back to our backs. And as we come up this time, instead of having both feet on the ground with, and I guess I've been forgetting, there's really not too many modifications with these moves other than just using a lighter band or no band at all if you feel like the band is too hard. So at first, maybe just try it without the band and see how it goes, or just use, one of the lighter ones. But this one, we're going to, the weight's going to be on just one leg, and you're going to, so it looks like I'm running, lift that knee up. So it's kind of opposing things. You're going to be pushing up here and pulling here. And we're going to just go down. Put your foot down and up. And this one, as I'm doing it, this is 3. So jump in. 4. You really got to push up. You're not going to go as high as you normally do because you're only using one leg and have hulks on you. Look out, Logan, so you don't get kicked. Is really hold that belly button in because my stomach is already trying to push out as I'm doing this. This is, we'll call it 10, 11. Make sure to keep your foot flexed. 13, 14, and just making sure. 15. Okay, that'll be good for that side. Always just any move you do, I've learned, pelvis tucked underneath you and pull that belly button into your spine. Let's see. We're going to be raising our opposite leg, so I did the right one first, now we're doing the left. And here we go. 1. 2. What do you think, Hulk? Make sure there's no tension in your neck. A lot of the times we want to push up using like our shoulders and neck. It just happens that way, it's natural. Just really put a lot of focus into the muscle you're using. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're not doing that many, Logan. That's what I was saying about going slow, is you can really focus on the exact muscle you want to be using. When you go fast, it's sometimes harder to remember all the things you should be doing as far as form. Next one is We're gonna go on our backs again. And another move you can do without a band. I mean, I think most of these can be done with no band. That leg was in the way here. So we're gonna go do a glute bridge, and we're gonna hold it this time. Your feet are gonna be together. This is just the example. We're not starting yet. You're going to just hold the bridge up. This one, you really have to squeeze your glutes the whole time to keep you up. Tuck that pelvis, belly button in. No, don't. We're gonna open and close our legs. I'm gonna quick curl one. I'm gonna double band this one. And again, this is gonna work the sides of the booty. Okay, here we go. Up and 1, 2. Again, make sure you're not tensing up your shoulders, your neck. These arms are just here for support, not to hold you up. You're going to hold yourself up with those glutes. Weight in the heels. Ugh, I think this is 7. 8.
9. 10. 11.
And with all these different moves, we're working all the muscles in the butt. So we're not just working the big muscle, we're working all the little muscles around the side. So it's going to help lift, it's going to help firm, it's going to make it round. A lot of people, I have no idea what number this is, we'll be good there, tend to use and work only one part of the glutes, and that's not going to give the effect that you want where it's lifted and round. So your uncle, we're working all the dynamics and hopefully see some results. So the next one we're going to do, now we're going to go onto our hands and knees. I'm going to take the extra heavy off and just use heavy. Hands and knees. So with this, we haven't, I don't think, done too much. Knees under the hips. If you're ever up, no, that's not yours. You pause real quick. That's it. You're recording. Thanks for hitting it. Okay, so I need you guys to move to the side real quick. On our hands and knees, anytime you go on your hands, make sure your hands are under your shoulders. And tuck that pelvis so we're not arching our back. Keep those knees under your hips. All right, Lo, I need you to get off now.
No.
There's a couple different moves that we do on our hands and knees. And some of them I'm going to go down onto our elbows to take any pressure off your hands. Because I know, Mom, with you working and stuff, your wrists get sore. So I think this might be the only one on our hands. Another way to take some pressure off your wrists is go up on your fists, and that'll help keep the pressure off of your wrists. So what we're going to do is give you guys some entertainment during the workout, I guess. We've got some superheroes in the workout today. All right, there you go. Your Iron Man spider. Okay. I'm just going to show them the move. So can you just scoot? You can be in it. Just scoot over like that. Very good. It's called a fire hydrant because you're going to look like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Dominic, move to the side, please. So tuck that pelvis under you, and you're going to just lift your knee up. You're going to keep your toe steady on the ground, so kind of pivot on your toe. And we're going to do 15 on each side. When I'm on my hands and knees like this, that's 5, 6. I tend to shift my weight, so always make sure you're thinking about, am I doing the right form? Am I in the right position? Am I engaging that core and tucking my pelvis? That was 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that looks wrong. 14, 15. I'm going to go to the other side. Hold my shirt down. They're in Mommy's bathroom. All right. 1.
Take this off.
And when I'm on my hands and knees like this, I know I keep saying engage your core. It's easy for me to just kind of relax my stomach and kind of let it just hang loose. This is one of those really important ones. Hold that belly button in. Make sure you're breathing, but hold that belly button in. I have no idea how many we've done. It's hard to talk and count. All right, that should be good. Next one, we're almost done. All right, so there's two different ways of doing this one. We're going to work our hamstrings. And I'm going to go to, the boys are playing with this, and I don't even know where it is. We're going to do a hamstring curl.
You can't put all your hair on.
All right, we're back. So this next move, there's two different options. The easier of the two, so this you want to use a light band. I'm using my medium. When I first started doing this, I used my light. So you're going to put it around your ankles or above your ankles. And you're going to take one, iron spider. You're going to put it around the middle of your foot. You got to keep it kind of taut, otherwise it'll fall off. So the easier of the move, you're going to lay flat on your side and hover your knee, I'd say 6 inches above the other, and you're going to pull your foot back towards your butt. But you want to keep your knees parallel to each other. Keep them right above the other. You're going to pull back. This is going to work where your leg meets your butt. The other, nope, you weren't sharing your mask. So you don't get to wear that. So if you want to get a little bit of an extra shoulder move, you can, and to take the weight off the wrists, come down on your elbows. Okay, thanks for sharing. Hands, elbows and knees, and you're going to extend the foot that has it wrapped around your foot. Flex your foot, and you're going to pull back towards your butt, keeping that foot in this, or your whole leg in the same place, but just pull the foot back as far as you can towards your butt, and that's going to curl your leg. So I'm going to stay on my elbows. We're going to do 15 on each side.
Yummy.
You can go a little bit faster with this move. 2, 3. Again, tuck that pelvis. Engage that core, breathe. When you're doing moves, try to find where you can do inhale and exhale. I like to exhale as I come up, inhale as I come down. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And when you're going to be on your hands, elbows, I know I'm repeating myself, but something to just always keep in mind. You're using different muscles. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to switch now. Put it around your ankles again. Switch feet. Put it around the other foot. Thank you, son. I don't like the glute workouts as much. I like the cardio ones when you run and jump. All right. Extend that leg straight out. Squeeze your glute a little bit. That's going to hold your leg up in the air. Keep your shoulders always away from your ears. You don't want any of that tension building up in your neck. Here we go. All right, that's it.
Are you all done?
Almost. A couple more moves.
No, a couple more.
We've got, all right, I'm going to use a lighter one for this. I'm going to stick with the medium. We're going to do leg circles. This one, just like the leg lifts, I tend to burn out pretty quick. If you ever notice that your bands are like sliding up and down, it usually means that they're too light. So go up a little. We're going to put them around our legs, around our thighs here. And we're going to go back. Go on your elbows. I don't know if, let's see, beginning to be too many heads and toys. And we're going to extend one leg, lift it up, and we're going to circle. And with this one, really focus. We're going to start now. 1, circle outward. 3, 4. Focus on squeezing the glute. And that way you're not doing this in your back. You want to make sure you keep your pelvis tilted. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keeping that pelvis tilted is going to make sure to keep it out of your back. You don't want any back pain. We don't want to build up that muscle right here. Gives you that muffin top. That never goes away, it seems like. We're going to switch sides. Lift that leg and circle. I usually go out to in. 5, 6,
7, 8, 9,
10,
12, 13,
15. So that one's not too bad if you're using a lighter band. That one I felt like I could go heavier. We got 2 more moves. This one we're going to go to standing. And I'm going to probably go to my heavy. You might need, which now is lost. Heavy band. Do you guys see that blue band somewhere? No? Okay. I guess I'm... Oh. A wall, each other's shoulder, a door. We're going to use balance, work with balance. Sit down to get your bands on so you don't fall over doing what I'm doing. So again, you're going to put it around your ankles, above your ankles there. You never want it on your ankles. So, and then wrap it around your foot, in the middle of your foot. I like to go a little bit closer to my heel to make sure it doesn't roll off. We're going to work our legs a little bit in here too. You're going to squat down a little bit, keep your back flat, tuck that pelvis. I'm sure you guys are so sick already of hearing this. Okay, I'll help you in a minute. Lean forward a little bit, and we're going to extend. Oh man, just tripped my own foot. All right, pause, pause, pause. All right, and we're back. So I switched back down to my medium. I felt like that one going to be too hard. So one is going to go around your foot. You're going to show the camera. Black Panther's here now. Keep your knee behind your toe. Lean forward a little bit, and you're going to push back. And this is really going to work your balance. Make sure that your abs are in. That's going to make sure your back stays straight. All right. Give you a second to get situated. This one, your bands may roll or twist on your foot. That's normal. And 1, 2. Keep that foot flexed. You're really going to feel it in the supporting leg. 6. And go. Just extend that leg all the way back. This 9, I think. 10, 11. 12, 14, 15. That was my good leg. My balance is horrible on this leg, so let's see if I fall down. All right. Let's see, I don't even know if I can do it at all. 1. If you have to tap in between, that's fine. It helps if you find a spot on the ground or in front of you to just focus on. And the more you engage that core, that just keeps everything balanced. with this. I think that was 10. I'm gonna fall over. 11. You can do a running arm if that helps you balance. I usually try to keep still. All right. I think this is our last move. Yep. This is a favorite. So I'm using a heavy or extra heavy, heaviest one. What you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around one foot. Your feet should be hip width apart. And turn this way. You're going to grab it with the opposite arm. And it's like someone is chopping you in half. So your hips are going to go straight back. You're going to have a small bend in the knees. You never want to keep your knees locked. And you're going to use your glutes to push yourself up. And when you get to the top, give it a good squeeze. Make sure, see all these things, you got to make sure your tummy's not out. Make sure your shoulder stays back. You don't want to let this pull you forward. So shoulder back, abs in, pelvis tucked. And we're going to do 15 on each side. This might hurt your hand a little bit on the band. Take some getting used to. And 1. And squeeze that butt when you come up. Use that butt to really pull yourself up. I like to keep my hand on my hip to make sure my hips are just going straight back. You don't want to round your back at all. 6, 7, 8. Keep your shoulders down, back, away from your ears. That was 10, 11, 15. All right, here, you can put it on. Maybe I can help you on. There you go. Okay. Good job, guys. All right, we're going to switch. And as you work your glutes more, you'll really be able to feel whether or not you're working your glutes and it's not going into some other part of your body. All right, I'm almost done. I just got one move left, okay? All right, here we go.
Mom, I want this.
I like to inhale as I go down. Exhale as I come
Mom,
up.
I say I want this.
This is 6.
Mom, I want this water.
Okay, mommy's almost done. 8, 9, 10. Make sure your arm isn't just, you're not getting pulled over. Keep everything up. Shoulder back. That was 13, 14, 15. All right, so that was it. I'll try to make another one maybe in a week or so. And now that you guys know the moves, can flow a little bit faster. But again, with glutes, you want to go slow, take your time, because you're really squeezing everything. So it takes a little bit longer to squeeze. And that's the arm. We're going to do a little bit of a cool down. And Dad and Patrick, I'm going to challenge you guys to try at least one of these workouts. You're going to work your suit. Wait till I'm done, and I can help you. We're going to come down on the ground. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Flat back. Reach forward. Try to touch those toes. I'm really bad at letting my arms just pull me forward. If you can keep your feet flexed, I'll help you. No, I told you I'll be done in a second. Stretch forward. Go into that butterfly. I think both of your feet are in the same one. So you're going to take both legs out. And start again. You're doing a good job. All right, give a little push down on your legs. And then straddle, toes out, knees turned out. Take both feet out. I'll help you in a second. And lean forward, flat back. Hi, Captain America. You're going to stretch out those legs, those glutes. And instead of laying on our back to stretch out our glutes, you're gonna bend a knee. You're gonna put that other one, your ankle over that, foot flexed, and sit up nice and tall, hands behind you, and just push forward. And you'll feel it up the back of your leg. That looks, yep, that's the right one. You're doing a good job. It's the right foot.
I know how to hold these.
And just hold that one there for a minute. This is a really good way to stretch out your glutes. They'll be sore tomorrow. And one thing to keep in mind is it's hard to work out when you're sore. If you're working new muscles and doing new things, I'll do a stretching video. It's okay like the day after to just stretch. But don't be scared to continue to work out even when you're a little bit sore. Obviously if it's painful, don't. But honey, I told you I'd help you in just 1 minute. I'm almost done. All right. And we're going to stretch our back. So you're going to sit on your feet, knees apart a little bit, and it's called child's pose. You may already know this. You're going to head down, reach your hands out as far as they go, and just stretch. Pull your shoulders down, though. You never want to stretch your shoulders upward. Stretch them down, but hands away, so kind of an opposing move. I'm talking in my armpit, so if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. And you're going to crawl over to the side, and you'll feel it up the side of your body. Just hold it there for a couple seconds. Take some nice deep breaths. You can let your head relax, and we're going to crawl over to the other side. Hello, toes. I'm almost done, Dominic. All right, and we'll just do a little bit of a shoulder stretch since we were using our shoulders to hold us up a little bit. Other side. All right, that's it. High five. Ready to be Black Panther? Can you give a good wave? Bye. Bye. I'll try to do a stretching one next, and then see what comes after that. Love you guys.